couple of quick questions. Obviously, I was fascinated by your story, mashallah. So tell us a little bit about what you just told me in terms of your acceptance of Islam.
Roughly about like. So accepting Islam. Accepting Islam itself. Obviously, I took my Shahada March 26th last year, but it was a bit of a roller coaster. It was more like, because obviously I had been looking into it for a long time. It's not a quick process.
Yeah.
And obviously my dad had taken his Shahada, and one thing that stuck with me that my dad said to me a few years ago was that scientists also revert to Islam.
Yeah,
and
true.
I didn't actually look into it, but that's what stuck into my head to say I need to look into it.
So you said your dad's Muslim?
My dad's Muslim, my brother's Muslim, and my sister's also Muslim.
And they all accepted Islam?
Yeah.
Family of reverts?
Yeah.
Allahu Akbar. So the science thing sort of tipped you over the...
I didn't actually look into it, but that's what stuck in my head, saying I need to look into this.
Yeah.
And then obviously I had a lot of good Muslim friends that guided me well, and I ended up taking my Shahada.
And what's your background?
My dad's English, my mom's Colombian.
Wow. So Christian by birth?
Yeah, Christian by birth. Catholic.
Catholic.
A bit.
Practicing?
Yeah, at the start of it I was, took my Holy Communion, done all of that. I was practicing until obviously you get a bit older, you start reading a bit more, and I didn't really I wasn't really with it, yeah.
So what was your thoughts about growing up, being a Christian, becoming a teenager? How did Christianity make you feel? Like, did you believe, or was it always...
I feel like when you're little, you always believe like what seems best. So it's like, obviously when I'm surrounded around all of it, obviously I wasn't surrounded around Muslims. What seemed best to me to believe was Christianity.
But
obviously you get older and then you start getting your own sense of thoughts.
And you start researching,
you start researching yourself. And one person that really helped me, well, obviously I didn't know him personally, but online, was a brother called Muslim Bilal.
Okay, I know Muslim Bilal. I know the brother, mashallah.
He helped me out really a lot.
Streets to Islam.
Yeah.
See my brother give a palm. Well. Yeah, mashallah.
So he was the one that really got me into it.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. So in terms of like Christianity itself, what was as you started researching it, what did you feel towards the belief in the Trinity and God being a man and man dying
that's
for your
what
sins?
It was. That's what really tipped me over, saying I don't really accept it no more. It was the Trinity, because it's a bit confusing. It's like, who really is God?
Yeah.
Like, is it...
Can God be a man?
Yeah, and that's why I didn't really believe in. I didn't believe one of us could be almighty.
Of course, alhamdulillah. And you said this last year, you accepted Islam?
Yeah, last year, March 26th.
March 26th, a day you'll never forget, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Alhamdulillah. And you did your Shahada in Leicester Square,
Leicester Square, yeah.
Allahu Akbar. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect you and preserve you. Tell me, like, since you accepted Islam, or when you were becoming a Muslim, were there any, like, major obstacles that you faced?
Of course, there was a lot of obstacles, because at the end of the day, when I took my Shahada especially, it was unexpected. In a sense, I was expecting to take it, but not on that day. But the brother spoke to me and I done what I done.
It resonated with you?
Yeah. So, but obviously there's a lot, because it's not just, I'm becoming a Muslim. It's a whole lifestyle change that comes with it. And that's what took me a better way, was hearing that it's not, you don't go straight into it. Yeah, as in, you're not expected to go straight into being the perfect Muslim.
Yeah.
It's a process. And I think that's the most beautiful thing, is seeing yourself becoming a better person.
Yeah, some of the scholars even speak about this, and they talk about, in terms of once somebody is newly accepted the religion, like there's a period of time where it's not as strict for you in terms of the rulings and what you have to accept and what you have to do. Obviously you accept everything, but implementing those things, like if you're a revert and the next day you're expected to pray 5 times a day,
it's difficult.
It would be difficult, right? So there is a certain leeway. Obviously not to say that you're never going to be expected those things. You will be expected to do those things. You will be expected of praying 5 times a day, fasting Ramadan, giving the zakat, and so on and so forth. But straight away, it's a slow process. So I'm going to ask you, like, in a few words, have you got any advices that you could give people who are either close to Islam, who are thinking about Islam, or some advices maybe to people who have already accepted Islam and they're new reverts?
I think I think the best advice I can give, obviously I'm not the perfect man for advice, but...
Sorry.
That's the problem.
Sorry,
That is the main problem. That's the problem.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Jazakallahu khair for tuning in. We hope you're enjoying this video and benefiting from it. Something that's come to our attention, what we've noticed is nearly 90% of our viewers are not subscribed to this channel. We want to make you guys aware that One True Message Foundation is completely non-for-profit. We are a non-profit organization, and subsequently we've turned off all advertising on YouTube. What we need you guys to do is share the khair with us, subscribe, like, and share this video to anybody else that you think may benefit. A small action, but we want you guys to share the reward and help spread the one true message. Jazakumullahu khair, brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Sorry, just start that again, bro.
I'm not the perfect man for advice, but what I would say is, don't...
That's really humble, Allah Mabarak.
Don't really...
Mashallah, I like that about you, mashallah.
Yeah, don't really like tarnish yourself too much if you're not on the correct path right now, because Allah will guide you and it will become better and it will become easier, inshallah. And because even me right now, I could be doing much better, but it's a slow process. And
I think the main
thing is to think about.
I would say keep the stick to the basics. Work on your basics.
Yeah.
That's your heartbeat. Yeah. So the 5 a day, praying your 5 a day. You know, that is your absolute fundamental. And to make sure and build yourself up to a point where you're not dropping below that. And then once you get there, that is your heartbeat, and that stays with you for the rest of your life. And then you just build on that. You know, because no matter if you go up or down, the lowest you can ever fall is your 5 daily prayers. Like, it doesn't ever get lower than that. So alhamdulillah, bro, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.